Alright, so I am making this video in the hopes that at least a few people can avoid some potential expensive repairs, and if you try to do it yourself like me, a frick ton of time and anger. So this specifically is a first gen Toyota RAV4, but from my rating online there are a few mentions of other cars, specifically in regards to a geyser coming out of the power steering fluid reservoir, and all attempts to fix it and nothing fixing it. So when I first got the car, it was making really loud power steering noises, kind of grinding, and just in general unhappy. I replaced the power steering pump thinking that was what the issue was. Still did the same exact thing, especially in regards to it geysering out. It wouldn't just sort of fizzle and bubble, like you could see inside it just would shoot, and especially if you had the cap off, it would just geyser out is the best way to describe it. I replaced the rack and pinion thinking that was it. It wasn't. I replaced the high and low pressure hoses thinking that was it. It wasn't it. Come to find out, in probably, I think most, maybe, power steering fluid reservoirs, in the bottom is a screen filter, and that filter had become clogged and caused some sort of issue with the return or the vacuum, or I don't really even know or understand how the system works, even though I replaced the whole thing. So that caused it. I went to a junkyard, I bought this one for $6, put it in, it works just fine. So if you have a geyser coming out of your power steering fluid reservoir, replace it. Toyota wanted $150 for a new one. The auto parts stores don't carry aftermarket ones, so I ended up just finding one at a junkyard. I would recommend you try the same, just sort of what's the way to put it, kind of just getting rid of all the options, right? Seeing what is really the problem. That's an easy one. It cost me $6, and I spent, for the pump and rack and pinion and the high and low pressure lines and all the freaking fluid that I lost, I spent several $100s and a lot of time just for it to be this. Anyway, super frustrated, but at the same time I'm really glad I finally figured it out. The car runs fine, steers fine. It does need an alignment after doing the rack and pinion, and I'm gonna go do that right now. Good luck, everyone.